Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into Caught in the Act Unfaithful. Let's go. Okay, this is Kat. She's from Colombia. She has a brother. She has three half sisters. Her mother and father divorced, and he went on to have children with other women. She is a singer. She came to the United States at 20 years old, and she has been singing for 5 years, and it's very lucrative. And she was in the United States for 3 years before she got into an American relationship. So she met Andre. They started talking. They met at the gym. She was singing. He liked how she sounded. They started dating but got serious after 2 months. They've been together for like 5 years off and on. They dated for 2 years, took a break, and now they have been together for a year, and she's on Tammy's couch. She said that he's not always where he says he's going to be. He's at strip clubs, and now she's busy and he's busy. They went from seeing each other like 2 to 3 times a week to twice a month. And she doesn't trust him. And Tammy asks, if you find out he's cheating, what are you going to do? She said, it's a wrap. Let's go. Child, so he in the studio recording. I don't know what kind of ABC song he in here singing. He is not going anywhere other than this TV show, right? And then after he comes out of the booth, he gets on the phone because they put cameras in the studio because they couldn't put him in the house because they don't live together. But he gets on the phone and he's talking to some woman talking about, so I'm going to see you soon. And I miss you. And it's not Kat. Okay, so Andre went home. And this is the next day. And 45 minutes after she got there, he came outside. And he came outside with like an overnight bag. And while she's sitting there, this car drives up and a woman gets out and she goes into the studio. So we got to figure out who she is. So now he's here in the booth with the mystery woman, right? She doesn't sound any better than him, but he is really cheering her on. Then, when we saw him earlier with that overnight bag, he has rental properties. So he has taken her to one of his rental properties for the night. This is where they stayed. Good morning. Honey, she comes out. They walk to the car. He opens the door. He puts her in the car, and then they drive to an African clothing shop. So she gets in there and she says, I'm from Ghana. My mother is a queen. And she's talking about how she's got to take him to Ghana with her. He's talking about how he's trying to change and be a different man and be loyal. And then they kind of got into a little something, nothing big. But then he told her, that's why I let you breathe, right? And then she said, is there somebody I need to be worried about? And his response was, of course not. So child, let's get to it. So we're here at the headquarters. Kat has met Ken, and Tammy explains to Kat that Ken is here to help her process anything that she sees that she's having a problem with. And Kat sat down and said, let's go. She was like, I'm ready. And they were trying to talk her through it, but Kat was like, I don't have time for this. Roll the tape. So, child, as they're trying to listen to Andre in the booth, he gets a phone call from this mystery woman, right? And he was like, oh, babe, what's going on with you? I miss you, babe. Then he tells the guy we had a great session. And she said, make it up to me and send me some pictures. And that's what he's doing. Child, she's so devastated. She asked Tammy, why is he taking pictures? Because Tammy said that he sent those pictures to you. She said, absolutely not. So that was the first day. That's all he did. Went to the studio, talked to a woman on the phone, sent her some pictures, and he had gone home. So then they go to the next day. And she recognizes the woman. Her name is Stunner. She's one of the girls that he's been working with, right? And this is what she says. So we can't go to your crib? She is devastated because at this point, when he says we're going to the Airbnb, and she was like, why can't we go to your crib? And he said, well, we're going to go so I can roll the red carpet out for you. They leave the studio, and she's like, well, where are they going? Child. Baby, when she realized that they had stayed all night, look at Ken's face. She got up out of that seat. She could not handle it. When I tell you Ken is all in, Ken is back and forth like he's at a tennis match. Right? Because she's standing up. He's trying to keep his eyes on her, making sure that she doesn't do nothing crazy. But he wants to look at this film and see what Andre is about to do next. So she's listening to their conversation that they're having in the African clothing store. Her mother's a queen in Ghana. They're getting ready to go back home. He said he needs to look the part. She said they're going to have a festival. They're going back in October, and I need to bring him. Her man. She needs to bring, Stunner needs to bring Cat's man to Ghana for the big festival. When Stunner said, when we go back here, honey, this is serious. I ain't got time to be playing with you. Like, do I have anybody I need to be worried about? He said, of course not. And after she wiped that tear away, she said, it's over with. I don't want to have anything to do with him. Basically, she was like, you can cut the camera. I don't even know why we still talking. But, I mean, if it's a check, I'll keep going. Then, honey, they put the drones up so we could see what was going on in the backyard. And Kat said all this in Spanish, and this is what it means in English, because she was like, what is really going on? Kid is here for it. Kat is still standing up. So Ken said this is opportunistic infidelity, right? He has the chance to cheat, and he's going to take every chance he gets to cheat on her, right? So she's like, she's crying, and she said it's not right. I think you already knew what was going to happen. We're ready for a takedown, so let's go. Honey, they have picked her up. She has brought receipts. She said, we're going to have this conversation. It's going to be over. Ken and Tammy are taken aback because it's really no, like, going back and forth with her, talking about some maybe you could. She said, it's a wrap. Then when they get there and they watch him on the screen dancing with the girls because he's brought other girls in to help Stunner be a better performer, Tammy had to tell her to get out of the car. And get out of the car she did. Now, this is what she said in English. She did not say it in English. She went in there full out Spanish. He's telling us what's going on, what's going on with all these cameras, like they all do. So Tammy has to chase Dre and get him to stand still and let him know that he's been under surveillance on caught in the act unfaithful. He's like, how would you feel if I brought pictures of people you working with? She said, well, I probably would be working and not in the hot tub. So then, Child Stunner said, I'm a princess. I don't have time for this. She was like, baby girl, he's hiding you. Ken had to let Stunner know that he's hiding her too. Because even though Kat knew about Stunner as she's working with him, nobody else knew about Stunner. And then Kat was like, you can have him. I don't want him. She said, I'm not taking this stress and this drama to Ghana. I'm not doing that. So Andre said he's single, right? But Kat is busy because she's not there all the time. And he says she disappears. So he's trying to start something with Stunner. It's going in the direction of a relationship. But he can be open and he can talk to Stunner. And Stunner is there for him. Because basically Stunner needs him in order to get her music going. So that means she would put a lot of time off with him. And Kat is over here doing some other kind of music. And she ain't got time for it. So he's insecure. Kat told Ken that she knows Dre's son. She's not some little studio garden tool. She was like, he's with me. You should ask him because he likes me. Right? So then Tammy brings Andre in so they can all talk. So what he has realized is that Kat is done. Right? Kat said, my career is first. I don't have time for this. Now, Stunner is over here. He's trying to plead with her because she's a princess and he feels like he can gain something, right? She was like, all you had to do was be honest. I'm no side chick. And then Ken had to let Stunner know because she got a little high. First of all, didn't none of y'all know about each other? But Andre said they didn't need to. Oh, honey, he sat down and let the floodgates open, right? He talking to Kat. He was talking about, I need you to pick up the phone. I need you to be there for me. I don't need to be able to chase you around the world. I love you. Stunner sitting over there stunned. She was like, they sit here talking like I'm not here. And then she was like, you love her? He was like, yes. And then he explained that the first time it happened with Kat when she started really working, he didn't have anybody. But this time he had Stunner. And she came with it. Child, he said he wasn't about to put all his eggs in one basket. Stunner asked him how many baskets did he have. He said the cat hurt him. And she disappeared for 2 years. And then he apologized to Stunner because she is a space filler. Because he said hurt people hurt people. She said, so you hurt me. And I'm sorry for that. Child, Kat said maybe you need to find somebody that's not so busy. He was like, but I love you. She was like, you don't love me. Cat is out. Bye, y'all.